Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous class, we discussed about two types of ratios. Financial leverage ratios, one was debt to total assets, and then the second one was total capitalization. Then after that, we discussed about coverage ratio. That is, interest coverage ratio is equal to EBIT divided by interest charges. Means the interest payments simply. In this, we discussed that you took a loan. On that loan, you are paying interest. So what is your interest and how much earning before interest and taxes? How much you are generating on that loan? Indicates a firm's ability to cover interest charges. How much interest charges we are covering? Covering here means that can you pay your interest charges or not? So our EBIT was 210 and our interest charges, it was 59,000. So we got 3.56. It is divided by 1. So mean if 1 is interest, we are earning 3.56. So mean we can easily pay our interest. If your interest charges are 1, so we are earning 3.56. This was the internal analysis. This basket wonders. This is internal analysis. In 2001, it was 10.30. 2002, it comes down from 10.3 to 4.35 and then 3.56. Now I told you if it is high, it is better. But it is coming down, which is an alarming situation, which is a poor performance. And as compared to the industry, in 2001 we were above the industry, then in 2002 we are below 4.35 and industry is 5.02, and now we are too much below the industry. So here Basket Wonder has below average interest coverage relative to the industry average. Mean as compared to industry, our coverage ratio is poor. This is the trend analysis of interest coverage. Check. It was 10. This is our color, this color. This blue one. So blue, it is coming down, and red, this is industry, it is going up, which is showing the poor performance of our industry. Summary of the coverage trend analysis. The interest coverage ratio for Basket Wonder has been falling since 2001. Means from 2001 it is falling. It has been below industry averages for the past 2 years, and for the past 2 years we are below the industry average. See, we were above here, but now this year we are below, and this year we are below the industry average. This indicates that low earnings, means EBIT, may be a potential problem for Basket Wonders. Means that EBIT is a potential problem for Basket Wonders. We know that debt levels are in line with the industry average. One thing is that the loans that we were taking, the loans that we took, our loan it was 47%, and the industry loan it is also 47%. But we are generating 3.56 EBIT and the industry is generating 5.19. So loans are same, and the performance of Basket Wonder, it is below the industry. So this is the summary of the coverage ratio. Then the next type of ratio, it is activity ratio. In activity ratios, it shows basically the performance of a company in different things, in receivables, in payables, and in the inventory. So we will discuss these different types of ratios. These are basically the mix of income statement and balance sheet ratio. Previous ratios, all it was balance sheet ratios. If you will analyze balance sheet ratio, this was only income statement ratio. But now this ratio, that is receivable turnover, it is income statement and balance sheet combined. One figure is from income statement and the other one is from the balance sheet. Now receivable turnover. But here is an assumption. Assume all sales are credit sales. That the sales that we are making, all is credit sale. This is an assumption in this question. Now what receivable turnover shows indicates quality of receivables and how successful the firm is in its collections. Keep in mind, majority of companies, they are making credit sales. When they are selling goods on credit, so the next thing is that they will collect that money from the customers. See, suppose this is company and these are different customers of the company. Now the company is making credit sales to all of them. Now the next step is, when you sold good on credit, now you will collect that money. Collection of these receivables. That is the main thing. Collection of money or collection of receivables. Now this ratio indicates the quality of receivables and how successful the firm is in its collection. That what is the quality of receivable, how successful this firm is in its collections from the customers to whom we are making credit sales, that we are collecting money on time or not. Now, what is the formula for receivable turnover? Annual net credit sales divided by receivables. Now let's go back and check the credit sales and the receivables. To balance sheet and income statement. So see, our credit sales, it is 2211. This is one item from income statement. And what is the position of account receivable? It is 394. 394. So keep these 2 points, these two figures in mind. Now 2211 divided by 394, so we got 5.61. Now keep in mind, if this is high, it is good. Now what does this 5.61 mean? It is 5.61 divided by 1 basically. Now means if today your receivables are 1, so 5 times receivables are collected. If today it is $1 account receivable, so $5 are already collected from the customers. Means 5 times receivable, 5.61 times receivables are received by the company. So if it is 7, means more money is received. If it is 8, means more money is received. 8 times money is received. If it is 10, so mean 10 times money is received and 1 time is left. So if it is high, it is good, and if it is low, it is not good. 4 divided by 1, 3 divided by 1. So if it is low, it is not good. I will tell you why in the next slide. So our receivable turnover, it is 5.61. Now with this receivable turnover, there is another ratio combined with this, that is called average collection period. Now we will use this figure to calculate the average collection period. What does average collection period shows? Average number of days that receivables are outstanding. Mean if we are selling goods on credit, so customers are making payment in how many days? Suppose we make a sale of $10,000 to Mr. A. So in how many days Mr. A is making payment to the company? So this ratio is telling us that average number of days, that in how many days customers are making payment to the company. Average number of days that receivables are outstanding, means account receivables are with the customers, are in how many days customers are making payment to the company. Now you know what is the formula. Average collection period is equal to days in the year, number of days in the year, divided by receivable turnover. We calculate receivable turnover here. This is receivable turnover. This is the formula. Now number of days in a year, 365. And what is receivable turnover? 5.61. So we got 65 days. Mean when we are selling goods to customers on credit, so average customers are making payments in 65 days. Means they are making payment in 65 days on the average. So see the internal analysis of Basket Wonders. In 2001 it was 83.6 days, means customers were making payment in 83.6 days. Now it comes down to 71.1 days, and then now it comes down to again further comes down to 65. Keep in mind one thing, basically when you are selling goods to customers, so this $10,000 it is with Mr. A. If it is in the hands of A for 81 days, it is not good. Then it comes down to 71 days, and now it comes down to 65 days. So if your money is in the hands of customers, it is not good. Why? If that money is in your hand, maybe you will invest it, you can invest it, maybe you will expand your business, a lot other things you can do. So previously, the money was in the hand of customers for 83 days. Now it comes down to 71, and now it further comes down to 65, which is a good position. As compared to industry, 83.6, 69.2, 71.1, 66.3, and now we are on the average with the industry, 65 and 65. Basket Wonder has improved the average collection period, means there is an improvement in the collection of receivable from the customer, collection period to that of the industry average. So we made much more improvement in our collection. Then there is another thing that is called payable turnover. Sometimes we are selling goods on credit, but sometimes the company, they also has suppliers. You know about the suppliers? Those from whom we are purchasing the raw material. So we are purchasing raw material on credit. Mostly companies are doing this thing on credit. So now this payable turnover, it is telling us about the payment criteria of the company, that now company is making payments in how many days to the suppliers. When we purchase goods on credit, so in how many days we are making payments to the suppliers. So payable turnover, again here is an assumption, annual credit purchases. All the purchases are credit purchases. And it is given 1551. It is already given, it is not in the balance sheet. So it is given. Okay, indicates the promptness of payment to suppliers by the firm. Promptness means the quickness, that how quickly we are making payment to the suppliers. What is the formula for payable turnover? Annual credit purchases divided by accounts payable. Accounts payable figure, it is from balance sheet, and 1551, that is annual credit purchases. So it was not given in income statement or balance sheet, so it is here already given, 1551. So we got 16.5, mean if 1 is our credit purchase, 16 is already paid to the suppliers. Now with this ratio, there is payment turnover in days, that now in how many days we are making payment to the suppliers. Average number of days that payables are outstanding, means in how many days we are making payments to the suppliers. So days in the year divided by payable turnover. Payable turnover, it is already given, 16.5, we calculated. 365 days in the year divided by 16.5, so means we are making payment in 22.1 days. Now look at this. In 2001 it was 43.5, then it comes down to 25.4, then it comes down to 22.1. If you think about this, so the performance is becoming better and better. That is, we are quickly making payment to our suppliers. But basically it is not good. Why? I will just tell you. Now, as compared to the industry, external analysis, 43.5, 48.5, 25.4, 51.1, 22.1, 46.7. BW has improved the payment turnover in days. That is, there is an improvement. Previously we were making payment in 43 days, then 25.4, and now 22.1 days. Means we are taking 22 days in payment to the suppliers. So there is a question, is this good? Is this bad? This is company and this is supplier. Suppose we are making purchase of $1 million from these suppliers, all our suppliers, $1 million. If we are making payments in 22 days and another company, this company, they are making payments in 46 days, so they are better than us. Why? For 46 days they are utilizing $1 million. They are using that money. They can generate more money on that 1 million on these 24 extra days. 24 days, it is a big time. So in 24 days on $1 million, they are generating more money, and we are making payment in 22 days, so it is not good. Why? Because we are not utilizing the 24 days gap. We can use that 1 million for more 24 more days and we can generate money on that $1 million. But we are making payment quickly, so which is not good. Your utilization of money, it is not good. Okay, I think for today it is enough. Inshallah, in the next class then we will discuss about inventory turnover and total asset turnover. Assalamu alaikum.